it should be working. So we left off pretty much in the end of World War IV at this point. Um, Obviously the Russian government can't hold on much longer. Also, the Russians in general and their government, as we're probably about to see. Um, yeah, but the West probably won't do too well either because the absolute economic downturn they're facing because of all these wars. But yeah, so one spearhead across, cut off Dagestan from the rest. A few 100,000 captured there, and at this point, one massive pincer maneuver started towards the Urals around Moscow rather, as well as still going around the Caspian. At this point, this pocket is crushed while they still go on to free Karelia up towards the Urals. This pocket is done, and so is Moscow. And at this point, as the whole Russian government collapses, a new provisional government rises up to sign a peace, and the war is officially over. And now is simply time to draw up a peace conference. I'm not going to edit this, I want to speak for it while doing it instead of doing a voiceover, which I could have done alternatively. So, starting off in Africa. Okay. Alright. So, we have British Somaliland being expanded down into Somalia. And what's that? No, never mind. So British Somaliland simply becomes British Somalia. As well as owning Socotra, let's just say. Alright. Ethiopia gets released. Ethiopia and Eritrea, mind you, gets released, and a new democratic government is put in place. Okay. This, and then Kenya is also released from the CCR, and they put a new democratic government in place. I hate my mouse, man. That's stupid noise, man. It really annoys me. It's horrible. Anyways. Yep, and then Kenya is released with a new republic put in place. Approach to CCR is just going to be entirely broken down to stop it ever coming back again to haunt the world. Well, not entirely broken down. The Congo will stay as one, probably with their territories here, extending over to Gabon, the Central African Republic, Uganda, Burundi, Rwanda. But some more of these will stay independent. Because ultimately, the ITO don't have time just to set up a whole new government for each of these different guys, nor do they have the money to enforce it or hold it down for a while to ensure stability, because pretty much every country in the ITO is broke right now, excluding America, which is getting there. Just wholeheartedly, why, man? You gotta ruin my day every day. I'm getting to fix my computer sooner rather. Because I did in fact build this, that's probably why it's a bit dodgy. Also the SSD is 12 years old from an Optiplex 7010, so probably need to update that. Anyways, yep, so new Kenyan and Tanzanian governments put in place, and then South Africa has just released a new democratic government. My brain's really hurting right now. Yeah, at this point, just most of these countries are released straight up. New democracy put in place. And then these guys are pretty safe in the spread of communism now because of harsh anti-communist campaigns throughout the new countries. So there we go, very free Africa. Very nice moment. Yep, so Cameroon is freed, Chad is freed, Mali is freed, and Niger is freed. Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, and Congo is given to the CC, oh, not CCR, actually the DRC, as well as what's it called? Oh my goodness, why is everyone going on Steam this second? I'm trying to zoom out. You must be kidding me, man. I'm actually getting pranked. Okay. No, I got the fattest headache ever right now, man. I always got something wrong with me recording these. Alright. There we go, pushing down to the Angolan border here. I don't know what I'd do if I never added this map in the background. I just have to like guess all these borders. It would look very bad. I still have to guess some of them, obviously. Anyways. Yep. Very free Africa, very base moments. Still the bases of the colonial borders though, so it's very straight in areas. Oh yeah, big free Africa. South Sudan is given to Sudan. For their efforts, I guess, and holding it down. I don't know, that's given to them, man. Well, still in the ITO. That's pretty cool. And as I said, Central African Republic given to the DRC, or the big DRC. Let's call it the CAR, the Central African Republics, as opposed to the CCR, Central Communist. It was never called a CCR, the CACR. I don't know, I don't even care. It's fine. They're the stupid thing again. Angola is released, blah blah blah, their own government, you get the point. You get the gist, as they say. So there you go, that's Angola. Big moments there. And Zambia is also released, but Malawi stays with Mozambique on the basis that they want to survive by themselves. Well, neither would Zambia, but Zambia didn't want to. And Madagascar is given base freedom, and King Julian can have his own kind of thing going on. There we go. So there you go, that's Africa done and dusted, as they say. Moving on to South America. Relatively simple happenings down here, being that the Americans take it all over. No, not yet. In the coming years they probably will, but I'm not going to confirm or deny anything. You know, pretty much confirmed it, but I'm pretty much confirmed it as well, so I just got to shut up. Well, it didn't confirm it. That's not going to happen, guys. Anyways, Mexico's reunited. And funnily enough, this is all given to America, or their American puppet in Central America, the United States of Central America, or United American States of Central America. It doesn't really, yeah. Oh, my jaw's clicking a load. Ugh. That's horrible. Every time I speak, my neck clicks. Anyways, yes, Suriname is also given to America, yep. The American Caribbean territories, whatever I called it. We got some cleaner borders though, so I can actually draw it up nicer, so I'm not really complaining. But I'll tell you who is, the Brazilians and Surinamese, and a lot of other people are complaining Americans taking over, but they did carry the war kind of, so he's got to accept it. Okay, and for their efforts in South America, the Chilean Argentinian Republic is given Uruguay. Who is spamming me, mate? Uruguay. You probably can hear that because only I could, because like my phone's under my bed, or my pillow rather, and I hear it going off. Anyways, yep. Bolivia is also given over to them, but not directly in how do you call it? Satellite government. I can't wait to see the puppet government again. There's one more thing to change after every episode. Sorry. I'm being a lazy bastard, I know, but what are you gonna do, mate? Yep. There you go. Big moments. Peru is also released, but well, they're officially made a republic, but the communists still have like all the support because they don't have the money to decommunize. You know what I'm trying to say. Same thing with Brazil. Brazil. What time is it? 8:46. I've got time. I do in fact have time. It's been 10 minutes. Anyways, yep. So there you go. And that's puppet government. Colombia's, how do we say? Venezuela is released, and not made into an American puppet, but America pretty much. Well, no, since America made these guys a puppet, everyone alleged doing it for the oil. So they made it into a republic, but America are occupying every major city and the border to ensure that they stay loyal because they want the oil. That rhymed. Very nice. Most oil's up in Curacao, isn't it? There's like loads of oil there. And Colombia's just released same deal as Brazil and Peru, and it still owns Ecuador, but America still owns the Galapagos. And there you go, South America done. I'll recap all the end for all my people out. I can't remember. Anyways, India, big moments in India. The principalities and republic finally see eye to eye and they unite. Wow, big moments. And then guess what? There's another India that was defeated down here, and for the first time ever, there hasn't been a communist India. I think. Yeah, it is the first time ever, because this was like the split at first, and they beat the British ones, and then yeah. So there we go. Base moments over in India. Up in Middle East / Central Asia, Iran gets their holdings in the Caspian back, as well as securing their capital, because the Russians are right in the border for like since the dawn of time, pretty much. As in the whole series, not the actual dawn of time, obviously. Yep, and that's the Iranians done. Very good for them. Nothing's in change of government down here because Americans can't even enforce it. Anyways, in the Caucasus, we have Armenia being released, as well as Azerbaijan being released from Russia. Oops, forgot about this. Just copy paste the same, no government reforms, blah 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 for all of them. Abkhazia is also released here. Not specific borders, because I just want them to have borders that I want, because I want it to look like this. Sorry. And Dagestan and Chechnya. But once again, does not reflect our actual borders. Don't get mad at me. Thank you. And they're all released from Russia. Moving over to hold on, I need to fix up this. Hold on. Who is messaging me? Okay, big moments here. Fixed all this up. Lovely jubbly. There we go. Okay, so now to the pièce de la résistance, as Al from Toy Story once said. We had Europe. Estonia is released. Latvia is released. Lithuania is released. And someone else is. I've got to check his message. Massive drama is saying he's gone off in 5 seconds. It's probably the specific group chat. I can't say the name of it, so I can't bother. My phone's miles away. Belarus. My mic's still going. Yes. Belarus is released. You pretty much get a message at this point. Yeah, we've got Belarus being released from the Russians. Surprisingly enough, they don't have Russians owning this. After the heinous war that they didn't really cause. I can't remember the cause of it. I did that episode like a week ago almost. Okay, well at least Russia's got less land. The Finns get their bro, who is actually messaging me, man? He's going on 5 seconds. I'll be quicker. The Finns get their original border back. Well, not their original border, but they're like that border. In the Ukrainians, oh yeah, the Finns could have got more, but they're not in the ITO, so the ITO didn't care. And the Ukrainians are released. One, and they own Crimea as well. Okay, now moving over. Oh no, staying in Europe. Sorry, not moving over. Carpathian Ruthenia is given back to Ukraine. Well, not given back to Ukraine, because like 30 different people have owned it throughout history. Well, not even history, just like the last century alone. That's just the Balkans here. Is that even in the Balkans? Yeah, because it should be. Austria is reunited, and the communist one's taken away from, how do you call it, Hungary. So, sad moment for Hungary there. They've lost half of Austria. I was thinking that stupid thing, my voice, my mouth's really dry. Turkey is reunited. I mean, it's all just like you'd expect this. Turkey reunited, and the Balkans have democratic governments put in place. Blah blah blah. Can't afford to hold it down. Unstable. I mean, it's all unstable anyways, because in the Balkans, mainly. The Prussian question's about to get a bit deep as well, because it's kind of probably the Germans aren't too happy about that, or the ITO, or anyone really. So that's the Soviet Union losing their spheres of influence pretty much everywhere on Earth. Moving over just to the rest of the stuff they own quickly, because I want to explain it without being half an hour long, and also I've got to do something in like 10 minutes. Oh, no, I've got like 20 minutes. I don't want that. Oh, I've got time. So Mongolia is released, and I don't. Let's be honest, mate. There's a whole wide world out there with grass and trees and butterflies and just beautiful landscapes. I don't think, as human beings, we care enough to know the geopolitical stance of Mongolia in an old history in 1988. But they are released, and we don't need to know any more details about that, because we all want intact brain stems. Okay, I can't. Why is the Kazakhstan border so long? Alright, so I might think something interesting to talk about in this meantime, because once again, same reason, I don't know how to say it. So essentially, this war has put strain on the governments of the ITO and obviously the Warsaw Pact, which is no longer in existence, right? And capitalising on this is A, far right parties, and B, communist parties. And communist parties also because workers aren't happy with the conditions they're put in. You pretty much understand, if you're watching this, the basic principles of that, of a communist revolution, labour unions, etc. So we might see more uprisings, civil war, blah blah blah, in, well, A, Russia, which has no centralised leadership, only a weak provisional government. B, maybe stronger countries like China, who despite having won the war are still very poor, and the East Chinese, or for once in the Republic of China, had a few years of very actual free democracy. I'm not saying as a stupid metaphor or joke or anything. Yeah, so they're probably not too happy about it, so to crack down on that, which obviously put a cost in their economy. For the sake of my brain, I'm just ignore the stupid like exclaves, enclaves, or the what is like there and here. Anyways, yeah. As I was saying, yes. So civil wars more, economic downturn more. The West being so poor, might seek unifications, bail out some rich countries, and they couldn't enforce their democracy in the places they took over, such as South America and Africa. So this might, well, will obviously probably result in a bigger war or total destruction of, well, everything. But only time will tell. What are these borders, mate? My head physically hurts. What? Oh, there you go. Like a jigsaw. Okay, cool. I can never remember the name of these. Like Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan. Is that it? Probably. Sorry to any of my Central Asian Turkic nationalists out there if I've forgotten your country's name. Truly. But I swear, well, obviously there is. I want to say something stupid about it being like 30 different claims. Of course there is. Anyways, yep. So the Central Asian countries are released from Russia, and I was about to go into a Russian civil war. Let's just leave it on the brink of the collapse of the Warsaw Pact. I have time to go through factions, so I suppose I will. Okay, so it's another old day in office, man. Let me tell you that. Oh, blimey. Bang, bang. No, why'd you delete them? You need them. Alright, cool. My brain's functioning on half its capabilities right now. I'm very tired, as you just saw, because I didn't even duplicate out and avoid it. Faction. Okay, so the blue still resembles the ITO, the purple still resembles the Königsberg Warsaw Pact. Okay, so in their little sneakiness, the purple, I'm just calling purple, managed to sneak a little. My goodness, why? Oh, I clicked the wrong one. I'm an idiot. Sneak some little things over here. No, they didn't. I hate that. Sorry. I shouldn't have said that because I did not mean it. Anyways, check it. Warsaw, ITO, 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 ITO. Now there's no threat. ITO and ITO, as well as ITO. Oh yes, there was a treaty formalised after war to leave Africa to ITO. Its own devices pretty much let it develop. So Namibia, Botswana, no, yes, Zimbabwe, I forgot the name of ours. Sudan, Egypt, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, nice one, mate. Algeria, Morocco, Mauritania, West Africa, Nigeria, as well as begrudgingly the UK and US giving up their holdings, all in the name of letting Africa develop by itself. There'll be no involvement in wars from the outside. There'll still be wars here, they won't intervene, blah blah blah, you get. These guys break off into their own faction called the Pacific Defense Pact. The same as before, capital in Canberra, containing all these 4 countries from before. Not all these countries, rather, because I wanted to like do something. Yeah, this was always. And then India, Bangladesh, Burma, Myanmar, rather, Sri Lanka, which is owned by India, so I know I said them separately. Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. I said in different orders. Don't come at me. Yeah, they formed their own one called South Asian Defense Organization. I can't remember the spot. I just said make a faction on my notes. Alright, these guys in there, as well as Manchuria, should be, you know, a bit iffy. But anyways, that's all that remains of faction now. So yep, I'll get into big civil war moments. Russia next time. Arabia's still in. Who knows how long that will last. Goodbye.